गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। कैसे हैं आप सभी लोग? गुड इवनिंग, आई एम गुड। गुड इवनिंग विपुल, आई एम डूइंग वेल, हाउ आर यू? गुड इवनिंग। तो just tell me one thing, like last day we have discussed some of the topics. We have discussed about the topics from a bit of mains perspective also, and some of related to prelims. So tell me one thing, like how much time you are giving for revision of the topics, or you are simply just going through the current affairs? How much time you are allocating for this revision? Like we have got this UWin portal last day. We have discussed about the UWin portal. So tell me one thing, like this portal, what is the use of this, and how many vaccines are being provided nationally? Listen again to the question. How many vaccines are being provided at national level under the universal immunization program? Under the universal immunization program, how many vaccines are being provided annually? Nationally. Okay. Total is 12, but nationally it is 11. Yes, there will be classes regularly on current affairs. It will be there in English medium on this channel, and in Hindi medium on the second channel. 11 India at the national level, and one which is provided in the endemic district, and that is for Japanese encephalitis. Okay, so you remember some of the things. That's good. Now I will be asking some questions, like I plan to add some questions on the basis of the previous week. In this week we have, I think, classes for 3 days. 2 days it was off, 1 day due to my personal reason, and 1 day due to the festival. Okay. So now in this week we have discussed around 10 topics or 9 topics, and I am going to ask you questions about those topics on the next class, that is on Monday at 5 p.m. So I will be asking questions on the basis of these 3 classes, and plus the previous 5 classes as well. So we will have some revision of these topics as well, along with the current affairs. Okay. Now, so what are the topics that we are going to see today? The first topic which we are going to see today is about the Finance Commission. So we have got our 16th Finance Commission, which have been set up in December 2023. Now this Finance Commission is also going to be in news for quite some time now. It is going to be regularly there in the news, and there is 2 more important things. Whenever the Finance Commission has submitted its report, after that there has been question about Finance Commission also. So I will give you 2 examples of that. A question was asked earlier also about the 14th Finance Commission, and later on a question was also asked on the basis of 15th Finance Commission. So similarly, now the 16th Finance Commission has been set up. So there is a chance that you can get a question in prelims about this also, or even in mains examination there can be a question about this. So that is our first topic, Finance Commission. Then we have a topic which is there in the news. Like if you have been following the newspapers in the last 1-2 days, you might have seen that Supreme Court is like Supreme Court has scolded the Delhi government for cutting off various plants, and now it has been said that you have to plant a number of trees throughout the national capital region, and also in various other states as well. A method of forestation has been used, and that method is Miyawaki method. This has been there from 2022. It has been quite much there in the news from 2022. They have even asked about this in 2023. Okay. So this is one again topic which we are going to discuss, that what is this Miyawaki method. They have only asked about one simple thing about this, that what is Miyawaki method related to. Now there can be a question in detail also about this Miyawaki method. So we are going to discuss it a bit. Okay. Then recently, last day, what we have seen, that there was a launch of a special helpline, menace helpline, for drug. There is a Manas helpline also for mental health, but then there is a Manas web portal which is related to drug abuse or control over the drug, and it has been launched recently. So this is also one topic which we are going to see. We are going to first see that what government has done. We will also see about the incidences of drug abuse in India, how much it is prevalent, and at the same time we are also going to see that why it is prevalent in India, what is the factor here. Yeah. Yes, this is a Japanese method. Okay, so when will come Prayagraj English medium batch? It will be announced in due course of time. So whenever it is there, whenever the possibility is there, it will be announced, Ravi. Okay. Now let's start the topics. The first thing is the Finance Commission. So there is this article in I think the Hindu. So this article was what is the role of the Finance Commission and all the related aspects of it. So we are going to talk about this one. You might have read about this in polity also, but let us see this about this Finance Commission. Yeah. So what is the thing here, that 16th Finance Commission, it has been set up in December 2023. It has been set up in December 2023. And who is the chairman? The chairman is Shri Arvind Pangaria. He was also the former vice chairman of Niti Aayog. Okay. So he has been made the chairman of this 16th Finance Commission. Okay. So here we have Shri Arvind Pangaria. As the chairperson of this Finance Commission. Okay. Now, this Finance Commission is a constitutional body. Can you tell me one aspect of it? Who sets up the Finance Commission? Who appoints the Finance Commission of India? Anyone? Who appoints the Finance Commission of India? And if you can tell me under which article, that will also be quite good. Can you tell me like under which article the Finance Commission is being constituted and who is responsible for appointing the Finance Commission of India? Anyone? I have got one answer, President of India, okay, and article is also there, okay. So yes, President of India is responsible for appointing the Finance Commission of India, and also it is under Article 280. So it has been set up by whom? It has been set up by the President of India under Article 280 of the Constitution. Okay. So there is one more thing which you have to remember here. Article 280 of Indian Constitution, and is being done by President appoints. Okay. So President is appointing the Finance Commission, appoints the Finance Commission. Okay. Tell me one thing more, that what is the tenure of Finance Commission? What is the tenure of the members of the Finance Commission? Anyone who can tell me that what is the tenure of the members of this Finance Commission? Like for how many years they are serving? All the appointments are made by the President of the country, correct? Okay. 5 years, 6 years, 2 years, okay. 5 years until 65 years of age. Okay, so remember one thing here. This is one of the part where I think many of you can do this mistake, and that's why I have asked about it. There is no such official like a number that what will be the tenure of the members of the Finance Commission. It is decided by the President. So there is no such like one simple thing which has been said that it will be for 2 years or 3 years or 5 years. Like right now, what you can see, they have been given a time. It was appointed on 31st December 2023. Means it can start its work from 1st of January 24. So it has been given a tenure of 1 year, 10 months. 1 year and 10 months. It can vary. It can be different. It depends on the President. So tenure and service conditions are being decided by the President of India. Okay. So remember this part also, tenure and service condition by President. So he will be the one who will decide that what is going to be the tenure of these persons or the service conditions of these persons. So this is also one of the important aspect which you have to remember. On this side you can see, that it is going to give a recommendation for 5 periods commencing from 1st of April 2026. So its recommendations are going to be if accepted by the government, then its recommendation will be for a period of 2026 to 2031. Okay. So this will be the time frame under which it will be applicable. So this is the part that he has been appointed, Shri Arvind Pangaria. He has been appointed as the chairperson, done by the president. The tenure and the service conditions are decided by president. It is not fixed by the constitution. Okay. So remember this part, their tenure is not fixed by the constitution. It is being decided by the president. Okay. So this is one of the part what is about the Finance Commission. Now we know that this is a constitutional body. We have just seen Article 280 of the Constitution provides for it. Now what is the work of this? What is the work or role of this Finance Commission? Now this Finance Commission is responsible for recommending, it is responsible for recommending that how the taxes are going to be divided between union and states and also among the states. So there is two type of distribution. One is called as vertical distribution, and then there is also one thing called as horizontal distribution. So vertical distribution means that between union and states, so we have got all the states and union territories on one side, and then all the states on one side, and then we have the union on one side. So that is one part. The second part is we have like all these states also. So now suppose that, let us take an example, that government has said, okay, there is 1000 crore rupees. Now out of 1000, 420 crore will go to states, and the remaining one, that is 580 crore, it will remain with union. So it was decided. Let us say that, let us take an example, that it has been decided that 420 crore will go to states and 580 crore will go to union. So this is what we will call that as vertical distribution. This is what we call as vertical distribution. Now there is a horizontal distribution also, that out of these 420 crores, how the money is going to be divided among the various states of the country. All the states which are there, how they will be getting? They will get equal share, or will there be any criteria? Okay. What will be the formula of division of this money? So that is also being provided by the Finance Commission. Okay. So there is one thing, it recommends about the distribution of taxes between union and states and among the states. So two type of division is going to happen. Okay. Now the question again, suppose that if Finance Commission has given a recommendation, is it binding on the government? It gives the recommendation to the union government. It is a constitutional body. So is its recommendation, is it binding on the government or not? Tell me this part, is it binding on the government? No. So it is not binding on the government. It is not binding on the government. Remember this part also, its recommendation is not binding on the government. They can accept it. They can accept it with some modification, or they can simply like reject it also. But you know that government has itself set up a body, so most of the time it is adhering to the recommendations of the Finance Commission. Okay. So this is one part, that what is Finance Commission, what they do. Okay. Now what is the criteria what is the criteria of division of the money? What is the criteria of division of the money? There are two types of division. One is vertical division. Vertical division. So is there any fixed formula for this? Is there any fixed formula for this? Is there any such fixed formula that on what basis the states will get the money out of the union taxes or the taxes which have been collected by the government? So for vertical distribution, is there any fixed formula? The answer is no. Here again, we do not have any such fixed formula. It depends on the Finance Commission. It goes through the various demands of the state. It sees that what is required by them, how much money is needed by them, and on the basis of it, it makes its recommendation. Yeah. So this is one part. It is not any such fixed formula, or there is no such fixed thing following which the Finance Commission is going to recommend the vertical distribution. Now, what about the horizontal distribution? What about the horizontal distribution? Yes, there is a formula for that. There is a formula for this distribution of horizontal share of the money, or this horizontal distribution, that is on the basis of a formula. Okay. And this formula is not fixed, but then it is defined. Let me give you the formula adopted by the various commissions. Like here we have the 14th Finance Commission. 14th Finance Commission has taken population of 1971. They have given that 17.5% weightage. Population of 2011, they have given it 10% weightage. Then area, forest cover, forest and ecology, income distance, tax and fiscal efforts, and demographic performance. So these are the different criteria which have been used by different finance commissions. Okay. You can see the 15th Finance Commission, it has not given the weightage to population of 1971. It has given weightage to the population of 2011. Similarly, the 15th Finance Commission has also disregarded the population of 1971. They have given weightage now to this population of 2011. Okay. Then there is also area. You can see it is all constant. Then they have introduced a new term, forest and ecology. Earlier it was only forest cover, but now it has been broadened. It is forest and ecology, and the weightage here is 10%. Okay. Then there is income distance, tax and fiscal effort, demographic performance. So demographic performance is also something which has been added from 15th Finance Commission. So right now what you have to see, like what are the criterias, they can ask question about this. They have already asked a question about the same thing, that what are the criterias on the basis of which they are devolving this money. There is devolution of this money on the basis of what criteria. So these criterias are there right now: population, area, then forest and ecology, income distance, tax and fiscal effort, and demographic performance. So these 6 different, this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and 6th. On these 6 parameters, mostly there is devolution of the money. So for horizontal distribution among the states, there is a formula that on what basis how much money is going to be devolved. So it is not fixed for all the Finance Commission. They can make changes in it. Like you can see, if you look at it, there is no such change from 15th and 15th or 16th Finance Commission. Okay, sorry, on the 15th Finance Commission. But from 14th, there is a deviation. From 14th, there is a deviation. Okay. So this is one of the part, like 15th Finance Commission has given this for 2020-21 also, and from 21 to 26 also. Why for 2021? Because it was the year of COVID. That was an unprecedented time. So there was 6 years recommendation by the 15th Finance Commission. They have given recommendation for 2020-21 and then 21 to 26. So this Finance Commission is having a the present one, which is still now active, that is having a recommendation for 6 years. Earlier the Finance Commission was having for 5 years only, but this one was having 6 years because of the COVID times. Okay. So now there is a formula. Now let's come back to this part. that how much fund devolution has been done in the past, how much money has been given to the states. Here we are talking about vertical distribution. Here we are talking about vertical distribution. Here we are talking about the vertical distribution, that how much money has been given in the past. So in the past, 13th Finance Commission has given 32% weightage. The 14th Finance Commission has given 42% weightage, and the 15th Finance Commission, it has given 41% weightage. Okay. So there is like you can see the 13th and 14th, there is a huge difference. Now in the 15th Finance Commission, it was reduced by 1%. Now why it has been reduced? The Finance Commission said that now Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, they have become union territories. They have become union territories. So their money is coming from the share of the center. Their money is coming from the share of the center. So since there is one lesser number of a state, so that's why they have reduced it to 41%. So 15th Finance Commission has reduced it to 41. 14th Finance Commission put it at 42%. That is the tax devolution for the states. Okay. Now there is this part, like why there is a need of this Finance Commission, why we are having this Finance Commission, why it is giving the devolution of the taxes, why it is like sharing this money between the union and the state. See, the first thing is, if you look at any of the tax, like corporate tax, income tax, GST, all these things are being collected by the union government. So majority of the tax is going to whom? It is going to union. Now states government, what they are dependent on? They are dependent on certain taxes, like tax on the fuel, tax on the liquor. And in some states where liquor is banned, like we have the example of Bihar, even that is missing, that they are also losing the liquor tax. Okay. In other states also, like Gujarat, we have a ban on the liquor. So they also have this loss of the liquor tax. So there are many states which have banned liquor. So now what is their formula? They can get the money from fuel. That's why the petrol prices are touching hundreds of rupees. That's why what we see, the petrol prices are reaching hundreds of rupees. I hope it is properly audible. Just tell me once, is it properly audible? Okay. This time change is permanent for the Finance Commission? No, there is nothing like permanent change. It is simply like every 5 years there will be a new Finance Commission and they will take new steps. Okay. Every 5 years there will be like a new Finance Commission and they will be like giving new formulas. So this is not anything fixed. Finance Commission has a tenure. In that tenure it is fixed. And it is not like, I have told you already, that it is not binding on the union. Union can give more fund also. Union can give a little bit of lesser funds also. So it is not binding as such. Okay. Now, second thing is major service delivery. What we have seen, most of the taxes are going to whom? Most of the taxes are going to the union government. And most of the services which are there, like education, healthcare, public order or police or all the different type of services, you will find that majority of the services are being provided by the state government. Majority of the services are being provided by the state government, while majority of the tax is being going to whom? It is going to the union government. And thus there is a need of devolution of tax from the union to the state. And thus there is a need of devolution of the tax from the union to the state, and hence we need a body which can be independent, which can ensure the fair devolution of taxes. Hence we are having a Finance Commission for this. So Finance Commission is there to ensure that there is a like fair share of the states in the union pool of taxes. So that is why we are having a finance commission. Now, there is one thing, but even after all of this, there are various issues which have been highlighted with respect to finance commission. With respect to finance commission, a number of issues have been highlighted. States are like having some issues, or states are demanding more things. So what are the demands of the states? What do they want from the finance commission? They say that since they have to provide many services to the citizens, they need more funds. So first thing is, state demand more devolution. State is saying that we must be getting more amount of taxes than what has been recommended previously. That 41% is not sufficient now, it has to be increased. So that is one of the demand of the states. Second demand is that suppose if we have seen finance commission has said 41% or 42%, but in actual the states are saying that we are getting roughly like 37 to 38%. So they have said that in the last few years we have not been even getting the amount which has been promised by the finance commission. So they are saying that they are even getting less than the recommendation. They are getting like only 38%. So lesser amount than recommended. So that is also one of the part which they have been saying, that they are getting lesser amount than the recommended. Okay. So that is the second demand. That first there should be more. Second, whatever you have recommended, at least that much amount of funds should be coming. The third important thing is they are asking about that pool of tax. They are saying that, like if we talk about the union government is not sharing the money which it has collected via cess or surcharge. They are not sharing the money which has been collected via cess or surcharge. They are only sharing the money which is coming via the corporate tax, income tax, GST, etc. Okay. So they are not sharing this cess and surcharge. And states are saying that this cess and surcharge equals to 28% of total tax collection by union. So it is a huge fund, but we are not getting any share among this. We are not getting any share from this amount. So it had said that we should also be getting, like this entire fund should be accumulated, and from there we should be getting the 42% or whatever the finance commission recommends. So they are saying increase the pool also. That is the demand of the states. So that is also one of the part. Okay. Then there is a major issue for the states. The fourth major issue is about the horizontal distribution issue. Now this is a very a challenging part for many of the states. Okay. What is this issue? They are saying that they are not getting as much devolution as they are contributing. Like Maharashtra says, suppose if I am contributing rupees 1, so how much Maharashtra is getting? They are getting return of 0.08 rupees, or you can simply say they are getting 8 paise. They are getting 8 paise per rupee. So if they are like giving 1 rupee, they are only getting 8 paise out of that. They are not even getting 80 paisa, not 50 paisa, they are getting 8 paise only. So it is not even 10%, it is only 8% which they are getting. They are getting only 8% of the things which they are contributing. Like suppose they have given a tax of 100 crore rupees to the union government. They have Maharashtra means the people of Maharashtra. If they have given 100 crore rupees as tax, then they have got just 8 crore rupees as a return. Okay. On the other hand, it has been seen that there are some states, for example, Bihar. If Bihar is giving rupees 1, then they are getting return as rupees 7. So Bihar is contributing 1 rupee to the union pool, but they are getting a return of 7%. Similarly, Uttar Pradesh is getting more amount of fund. Why they are getting more amount? Because their population is higher. Because their population is higher, and due to that population, they get huge amount of funds. So now many of the developed states, those who are having lesser population, they are saying that we are being penalized for reducing our population. Penalizing for reducing our population. Penalizing for reducing population. So this is one of the demands of the states of India, that those who are giving more to the fund, they should be getting the return. But instead what they are saying, that since they are giving more, they are getting very less. Even after they have done a lot of development, they have pulled a lot of people out of poverty. At the same time, they have worked on family control plans and all other things, family planning and all. And even after that, they are being punished for it. They are being punished for it. So this is one of the chart which I can show you here. Like Maharashtra is getting 8 paise, Karnataka is getting 15 paisa, Haryana is getting 18 paisa, etc. On this hand, you can see Uttar Pradesh is getting 2 rupees 73 paise. Bihar is getting 7 rupees 6 paisa. Okay. So Bihar is like the winner among all of them. Okay. For every 1 rupee, they are getting 7.06. UP is getting 2.73. Assam is getting 2.63. Madhya Pradesh is getting 2.42. So those states which have not worked very much on development, but due to their population, they are getting more share of the funds. So this is one of the demands of the various states, that there must be some reform in it. There must be some more reform in it. Okay. Clear? I hope this point is clear. Okay, so yes, development ki saja. So this is one of the part that we see in Finance Commission. What we are seeing, that these are the demands of the states. They are demanding that all these reforms has to be done. Reforms in terms of, first thing, more devolution of fund. Second thing, whatever fund is being devolved, they should be getting it. Third thing, they have said that there must be inclusion of cess and surcharge among that pool of division. Okay. So that is 3 demand, and the 4th demand is about the horizontal distribution issue. So these 4 challenges has to be resolved. That is the demand of the states. Okay. Now, coming to this part, like I have questions for you also. This was there in 2015. This was there in 2015. So the question is, with reference to the 14th Finance Commission, which of the following statements are correct? First option is, it has increased the share of states in the central divisible pool from 32% to 42%. It is about 14th Finance Commission. Just have a look here. It is about 14th Finance Commission. Yeah. Second says that it has made recommendation concerning sector specific grant. Now, I think one of that is something which you know. The second statement is something which you don't know. So guess, do the guesswork. UP has higher population, then why Bihar get more contribution? See, like it is not like UP is getting lesser amount in terms of money. They are getting amount, but it is like how much they are contributing, and in respect of that, how much they are getting. Like if you look at the UP, it is also contributing to the union pool, much more larger than Bihar. So out of 1 rupee that they are contributing, they are getting 2.73. Bihar is contributing very less, but due to their area and due to their population, they get more amount of fund. Okay. So I am getting one answer as B, other answer as C also. See, this is one part. This one is correct. Okay, you know that this one is correct, but second statement is incorrect. it is the current affairs of 2014-15, so you don't have to know about it, but it has not made recommendation about the sector specific grant. It has said there is no such requirement of giving sector specific grant. Give the money to the states, they will decide it where they have to spend it. Okay. So this was one of the very important recommendation of the Finance Commission. It said that there is no need to tell the states that where they have to spend the fund. Give them the fund, they will decide how much of it has to be spent on what. Okay. So earlier, like, there was 32% and some sector specific grant. Now Finance Commission, the 14th Finance Commission, what they did, they merged all the contribution, made it 42%, and they said that now the states may decide in which sector they want to spend that money. So it has not made recommendation regarding the sector specific grant. So second statement here is this is incorrect. The answer will be A. There is another question in 2023. The question is, consider the following: demographic performance, forest and ecology, governance reform, stable government, and tax and fiscal effort. For the horizontal tax devolution, the 15th Finance Commission used how many of the above as criteria other than population, area, and income distance? Population, area, and income distance. So what other thing has been used? Acha, you didn't get that sector specific grant. Let me explain it again. Earlier it was like, suppose they were getting 32%. In 13th Finance Commission, they were getting 32%. Yeah. And then there was sector specific grant. So union was saying, like, if you spend on road construction, we will give you 2% more. If you spend on like making of bridges, we will give you 1% more. Okay. If you invest in hospital, we will give you 1% more. Okay. So this was like sector specific grant which was being done earlier, that if you invest in a particular thing, we will give you more money. Okay. So this was one thing which was being done at the time of this planning commission. It was being done at the time of planning commission. That planning commission was also giving some of the funds. But you know that the planning commission has been now replaced by Niti Aayog, and so there is no such sector specific any such plan or anything. So now it is simply that we give you 42%, do whatever you want to do. So that is the difference between sector specific grant and normal grant to the states. Is that clear now? Okay, so I am getting answer as B, also C and D. Okay, just see this picture. Just see this picture once again. We have population, area, then forest and ecology, income distance, tax and fiscal efforts, and demographic performance. So here what we have got? We have got demographic performance, correct. Forest and ecology, correct. Tax and fiscal effort, that is also correct. Was there anything like a stable government? This is never going to happen. Governance reform? No. So that answer will be 1, 2 and 5. So here the answer will be B, only 3. Okay. So the answer will be B, that is only 3. 1, 2 and 5. I hope it is clear. Yes. So that is our first topic, this Finance Commission. Now we are coming to the second topic, that is Miyawaki method. Miyawaki method was there in the news. So let us see that what exactly is this Miyawaki method. Anyone who will like to tell me what is this Miyawaki method? What is the process here? Miyawaki method. Finance Commission will come under the part of polity. GS paper 2. That will be part of your GS paper 2. It can also be asked in GS paper 3, but mostly in GS paper 2. The Miyawaki method will be part of your prelims mostly. Okay, it will be mostly related to your prelims, and this is something which is related to your GS paper 3, or simply you can say environment. This is something which is related to environment. Plantation in between highway, plantation, plantation in highway. Anything else? In urban areas, planting tree. Okay, your first time listening to this term. Okay, see, this Miyawaki method is a type of forestation method. Forestation methods. Okay. So normally, what you see that in order to develop a forest, it takes a lot of time. In order to develop a forest, it takes a lot of time. Like it will take something around hundreds of years, or 70 to hundreds of years to develop a normal forest. Now, in order to develop a forest at a very high rate, a new method was developed, and that new method came from Japan. So this is a Japanese technique. This is basically a Japanese technique of forestation. Japanese technique of forestation. So it has come from Japan, and it is for very fast growth of the forest area. Very fast or very quick generation of forest. Very quick generation of forest. Using this method, a forest can be developed. A forest can be developed in just 2 to 3 decades. So roughly around 20 to 30 years, that will be the time under which a full-fledged forest can be developed using the Miyawaki method. So of course it cannot be done in 1 year or 2 years, but at the same time the development of an entire forest can be done within just 20 years or 30 years. So that is again an achievement. You know that plants take like 20-30 years to grow. Plants take 20-30 years to grow, and here we are developing an entire forest within 20-30 years. Okay, within 20-30 years, even within 10 years you can get a good forest, but not the fully developed forest. So fully developed forest can be achieved within 2 to 3 decades. That is the beauty of this Miyawaki method. So how does this operate? How is this working? How does this Miyawaki method comes into picture? So what is being done? First of all, there is use of the native seeds, collection of native seeds, collection of native seeds, collection of native seeds. Okay. So first, from the forest or the plants which we are having, from there is collection of the native seeds. Then they are being like germinated. These seeds are being germinated in the nursery. Germination in nursery. Germination of seeds in nursery. So under suitable conditions, they are being grown, they are being germinated. Once it has been germinated, they are being transferred to an area where there is a scarcity of sunlight. Once it has been germinated, now their training starts. The training of the trees starts from here. Once they have germinated, they will be transplanted to an area where there is lesser amount of sunlight. Okay. So it is being transplanted to a shady area. 40% less sunlight. 40% less sunlight. So here, what is the theme here? What is the main idea here? That you train the plants that you are getting lesser amount of sunlight, and in that lesser amount of sunlight, you have to grow. It is not that it is complete shade. There is some amount of sunlight. They are getting 60% of sunlight. Using that 60% of sunlight, it will be like creating a curiosity among the plants or creating an excitement among the plants that yes, I am getting some amount of it, I am not getting the complete. So they, using this method, there is like a inducing a competition among the plants. It is trying to induce a competition among the plants that you are getting this much, work hard, you will get more. Work hard, you will get more amount of sunlight. So plants will try to grow. You know that plants try to also search for the sunlight. You might have seen that in your balcony or also in your garden, that plants are generally moving toward that area where there is an entry of sunlight. They try to move in that area. Their like branches or other things spread in the area or bend in the area from where the sunlight is coming. So the same principle is being used. Give them some amount of sunlight but not the complete amount. So it is like they are having this like a sense of or a spirit of competition among them, that I have to compete, I have to work more harder so that I can get the full amount of sunlight. So it is like the UPSC examination for them. You are writing some answer. Suppose you have written some answer, you wanted to get around 6 marks, but then you have been given 4.5. So you are having that spirit, okay, next time I will work harder and harder, I will write better answer, I will give all the examples, facts and everything, and next time I am trying to get 6 marks. So that is a sense of like that competition. The same thing is being infused among the plants, that work hard, you will get more. Okay. So that is the Miyawaki method. They are being like nurturing 1 or 2 months more under 30 to 40% of shade, and then they will be left into the forest. Then they will be again transferred to the forest. There they will feel that okay, it is the same environment, we have to compete. So when they are going in the forest, of course in the forest when they are of young age, they will not be getting that much of sunlight, but they have got this sense of or the spirit of competition in them. So now using that spirit, they will try to work more and more, and they will try to emerge as a taller plant. So that like in this manner the plants are being trained to grow at a faster rate. This is one of the technique of growing the plants at a faster rate, and in a short span of time this entire thing can be converted into a forest. Okay. So here the main thing is plants are competing with each other. They are being trained from their childhood itself that you have to compete to get the sunlight. That is Miyawaki method. Okay. Yes, they are getting this. Phototropic movement of plants. हिंदी में IAS. Okay, no problem. So this is one of the part that what is this Miyawaki method, how it is helping the plants, or how it is, can help to grow the forest. Is that clear? What is Miyawaki method? They have asked a question about they will receive training like the officers trainee. Okay. So this is one of the thing which we see here. 30x dense also, they have higher overall immunity. The risk of disease is also lessened since they are very competitive plants. Okay. Then this entire thing, like a full-fledged forest can be grown using the Miyawaki method. Miyawaki forest will be a huge significance, or Miyawaki forest will be a huge advantage for the urban areas also, and for the entire global, entire globe, entire earth. Because you know that right now one of the major concern is we have got very fewer number of plants, more number of industries, more number of cars. Okay. So that is one of the challenge for us. Miyawaki method can be a solution for growing the forest in a very short span, and we can ensure that the temperature rise, which is supposed to go even up to 3.2 degrees Celsius by the end of 2100, that can be contained. So that is one of the solution. This is something which you can use as an example. Suppose you are writing what should be done in order to reduce this global warming. So there you can give an example of afforestation, and you can mention about this method, that we can use Miyawaki method to grow forest at a rapid rate and that can help us in reducing the greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. So that is also one thing which can use as an example in the mains. Okay. Now, so see this question also, it was asked, I think in 2022, not 22, 23 itself. The Miyawaki method is well known for promotion of commercial farming in arid and semi-arid areas, harvesting wind energy on coastal areas and on sea surface, development of gardens, genetically modified flora, using genetic modification, and creation of mini forest in urban areas. So what is the application of this? Miyawaki method? So I think you can easily answer this, that the answer will be D here, creation of mini forest in urban areas. That is the most suitable answer. Many of the states like Karnataka, Andhra and other states, they have been trying to do this. So this is one of the methods of growing mini urban forest in the in our country also, across the world also. So that is the third topic. Let's come to the next one, another smaller topic. It has been said, like government, the Home Ministry, the Home Minister of India, he has said that government won't allow even a gram of drugs to enter India. Okay. So government is now cracking on the drug menace in India. The drug abuse is very high. India is one of the worst affected country due to drugs. Drugs have a number of impact, from spoiling the youth to causing a lot of diseases, mental issues, at the same time also fueling to a number of criminal activities, even insurgency in various parts of the country. Like we have seen in last year we have this challenge in Manipur. We have seen that challenge in Manipur. So a number of people have also said that the challenge in Manipur has been aggravated by the drug mafia which is active in this region. Yeah. So that is also a cause of concern for India. This drug menace is having a very high impact, very severe impact on India. So let us see that what is the issue of drug abuse in India, and then we will come to this topic. Okay. Let us take some fact and figure. There is use of opioids, okay, opiums. So you can see that if we talk about the percentage, in case of percentage, you can see of world, Asia and India. In world, for 15 to 64 years of people, the percentage of people who consume the opiums, that is 0.70%. So 0.7% of the people in the world on an average consume this opiates. Okay. In Asia, it is 0.46%. But if we talk about India, the figures are very much higher. In our country, the use of opioids or opium is 3 times higher than the global average. The use of opiums in India is 3 times higher than the global average. So that is one of the challenge. Similarly, cannabis. In case of world, the use of cannabis is higher. Here we can see that in India it is lower at 1.2. In other drugs also like ATS and cocaine, in case of India there is lesser use of these drugs. But in case of opium, the numbers are quite high. Okay. So we are having a huge number of opium users in India. Even in other part also you can see there is huge numbers. If we talk about the absolute numbers, so roughly around 7 crore people in India, 7 crore people in India are using some form of drugs. Only the drugs. If we talk about the alcohol uses, then this number goes very high. This can reach even up to 25 crore. If we include alcohol also, this number goes as high as 25 crore. If we just talk about the drug uses in India, about 7 crore people in India are making or are addicted to drugs or are taking drugs. So this is a huge number, 7 crore people. And the challenging part is majority of them are young age people. Majority of them are young age people. Some of them are even in teen categories, like they have not even crossed 20 years. Some of them are teenagers. So many of them are teenagers and they are getting addicted to the drugs. Okay. So this is one of the figure. Then you can see, like this is also about the prevalence of consumption of charas or ganja in India. You can see that this is the level of like Odisha is having 4.5%, Sikkim is having 7.3%, Himachal, Delhi and all other states. You can see that prevalence is lesser in the part of Rajasthan, in part of Gujarat and in some South Indian states. But in this northern states, in the northern states and northeastern states, the prevalence of charas or ganja is also quite high. Okay. So again, you can see Sikkim like 7.3%. Huge number of people are consuming charas or ganja in these states. So that is a matter of concern for us, that a large number of people in India are addicted to these drugs. In absolute number also it is quite much high. Now keeping all this in mind and see why it is very much high in India. Why it is very much high? There are two very much prominent regions of the world which are known for drugs. There are two areas of the world which are very much famous for drug. One is Golden Crescent, one is Golden Triangle. So India lies in the middle of Golden Crescent on one side in the western part and Golden Crescent on the other side in the eastern part. So we have some countries in our proximity. On this side we have three countries mainly: Myanmar, Laos and Thailand. Now even Vietnam as well, but mainly Myanmar, Laos and Thailand. They are the centers from where the drug is entering in India through the northeastern states of India. On the other hand, like you can see right now, Myanmar is a hotspot of drug trade. Myanmar is not having any stable government. Myanmar is being simply ruled by different type of gangs which are active in Myanmar. Okay. So that is one of the challenge. On the other hand, we have three countries here: Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan. So these countries are part of the Golden Crescent, and from there also drugs are entering India. You already know about the prevalence of drug in Punjab or other areas. Okay. Punjab has been like one of the hotspots of drug trade in India. Okay. So these are the two regions, and in the middle of which we have our country, India. So due to the proximity to this Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle, we are having this higher cases of drug abuse in India. So keeping that in mind, the government has said that now they are going to take a strict action against the drug in India. So now we have got a new platform, a new web portal, a new mobile app also, menace. Okay. So India has launched a toll-free helpline called menace, Madak Padarth Nishedh Asuchna Kendra. Okay. Madak Padarth Nishedh Asuchna Kendra, menace, which has been started by the government, and it is basically a web portal and a mobile app for the citizens. They can connect with the Narcotics Control Bureau. They can connect with the Narcotics Bureau, the Narcotics Control Bureau, and they can report, like suppose there is any drug peddling or trafficking or any such thing related to drug abuse or de-addiction or rehabilitation, they can share that using this menace portal. So citizens can become the eyes and ears of the government, and using that, drug trafficking can be stopped in India. So that is one of the menace web portal which have been started by the government. Okay. In upcoming classes, again we will take this topic and we will discuss also about that what are the causes of drug abuse in India. One of the causes, geographical proximity to this regions of Golden Crescent and Golden Triangle. But there are other factors also. There are social factors, there are economic factors, unemployment is there, education is missing, a number of other factors are there. And nowadays there is another factor. You can see that in our country we are getting a lot of web series, a lot of movies, a lot of other programs, or even the songs which are being made in India. They are highlighting 2-3 things. One is the use of alcohol, second the use of drugs, and they are also highlighting the use of guns. Okay. So use of guns, drugs and alcohol, that is being promoted by various songs, various web series, various types of movies as well. So that is also a cause of like a generalization, or it is becoming a common thing in our society right now, that very small or young age people, they are carrying the guns. They think that it adds to their swag or it adds to their personality, and then drugs and alcohol also becomes a part of their life. Okay. So that is a challenge which we will discuss in some other class also. Okay. So I hope it is clear. Yes, it is having mains perspective, but we have talked only from the prelims part here. We will talk about mains perspective in some other class. Let's take one mains topic and other prelims topic per day. Okay. Clear? Yes, glorifying addiction. Is it possible to change the timing of this class? Offline class ended. Okay. Govind, you can watch later also, like you can fast forward it. You can watch the entire 60-minute classes in 30 minutes. You have that advantage. Yeah, drug can be under part of the Indian society issue. You can take it under part of Indian society issue. Okay. About the timing, let me see if there is any other alternative. If there is any other alternative, I will definitely try to change its time, either in the morning or in the evening. Okay. So, thank you everyone, and let's meet again on Monday now. There won't be any such class tomorrow on YouTube session. So let's meet on Monday, and I will ask you some questions from the previous sessions. Okay. So thank you everyone, and all the best. Thank you.